which is higher for you. Your wish to understand yourself, or your preoccupation with the outer world. When you have the true desire to know the true self and to experience your qualities, which are peace, love, truth, happiness, then you receive the right teaching at the right time. We are able to listen to the teachings of the wisest companion, the one who is always in clarity, the one that can always lend a hand to every human soul. The only condition is that the human soul is aware that he is a soul. So let us listen to the words of wisdom from the Supreme Companion, whilst being aware of your nature, which is eternal and divine. The Supreme Soul is invisible, and by connecting your intellect to the subtle reality of the soul, you are able to put into practice these precious teachings, making this physical form invisible. You are the most elevated souls who are images of support for the world. Only you, elevated souls, experience the ascending and flying stage. Therefore, you become instruments for uplifting the whole world. The desire of attaining liberation of all souls is automatically fulfilled. You, elevated souls, become instruments to open the gates to liberation, that is, to your home. This is how all souls find the destination of their sweet home. The peacelessness and sorrow that they have experienced for a long time finishes, because they become residents of the land of peace. How do you play the part of being a support of the world? What does it mean to be a support of the world? Is someone who is providing now in a government the support of the world? Are those who are in the medical system, in the education system, are they a support of the world? Or is the support of the world the one who is awake to the spiritual reality? Which world are you supposed to support? The physical world is seen as a stage, an unlimited stage, on which souls are coming to play their parts. Each human soul has a role, and the play is fixed. It has a script, and how can an actor change a play? What the actor can change and control is the way he plays the part, the way she sees her role and interacts with the other actors. When you want to support others, first of all, it is required to see the actor behind the part, see the soul, and interact with the one that is eternal and divine. All souls are children of the Supreme Soul. So when you are able to see each one as being like a being of light with an angelic potential, with a history of a long period of time when they have accumulated certain burden, and now is the only time when they can remove that burden to support other souls, to remove the burden, to support them to let go of the past memories, of the old habits, to let go of their sorrow, to support them in removing their suffering. And there is only one way to do that, and that is through spiritual awakening. You have to be the example. The support that the world now needs is you being a sample. You show them how to be awake. You show them how you are living your life from the awareness of being an eternal soul. Being an eternal soul means you are always safe and you are wonderful, you are knowledgeable, you are blissful, you are peaceful, you are loveful. When all of that are in your awareness, that is a support you can provide to others. That is lending a hand at the time of need. All human souls are now at a time of great need. They are in ignorance, in confusion, in darkness, and they are starting to see the light that you are showing. You have that confidence, that trust that your light has now become available to many others. You don't have to speak on YouTube. You don't have to give talks. You don't have to even fully follow a certain way of meditating. You have to start to be in the awareness and the consciousness that you are a soul. And that will automatically switch the light on. And it's impossible for others not to see your light. The more they will see the light, the more they will feel inspired to switch on their light, to take that step of courage to separate themselves from the body, from the material vision of the world, and to practice, to experience, to be the true you, the invisible you, the eternal you, the subtle you. That is the highest upliftment and the highest support that you can give to the world now. Let us hear a few more words from the Supreme Companion. And listening to these words in the consciousness of being a soul. At this time, by becoming embodiments of remembrance, you will definitely become embodiments of power. When you pay attention to this one thing, all the tension of limited things automatically finishes. With power of silence and the powerful form of your attention, all the tension of all souls will finish. This self-transformation will then easily bring about world transformation. This attention works such magic that all various types of tension of many souls finish and their attention is drawn to the Father. When you stabilize in the powerful form of image of support, you will become the true pilgrimage place that removes their tension and draws their attention. By becoming constantly experienced in a flying stage, you will enable many souls to fly away from their sorrows and memories of peacelessness and enable them to reach their destination. They will fly with their own wings. When you yourselves are the form of power, you will become the true pilgrims and make all those souls pure and enable them to attain liberation and to reach the sweet home. It feels like the whole world, the happiness and the courage and the power of everyone in the world depends on you. It is your responsibility to help the Supreme Soul to free many other souls around you. Will you take that responsibility? Will you help the Supreme Father, the Supreme Teacher, the Supreme and wisest companion to free all souls from sorrow? And how do you do that? Only one word: attention. Second word, attention. Third word, attention. Point all your fingers towards attention. Attention, attention, attention. Attention to what? Attention to your spiritual reality. Attention to the form of the soul, which is invisible, like a tiny, tiny point of light. We draw a little face, a smiley face, just to indicate the personality of the soul. But when you look only at the image of the body, then you are trapped in body consciousness. The body is a mask. The body is a persona. The body is a costume, a vehicle. Behind the body is this amazing being of light. These tiny, tiny points of light that are paying attention to their subtle reality of light. And that subtle reality of light leads to the sweet home, the home of all souls, which you can see with your divine intellect, with a third eye. You can open the third eye and see, like the Supreme Soul sees. You see this world of unlimited peace, unbroken happiness, unconditional love. You see everyone as being good. You see everyone as being a brother. You see that you all belong here. And the more you engage with this reality, the more you pay attention here, you become a support for other souls to let go of their sorrow and to fly here. The more you are aware of this space, of this dimension, which is completely spiritual, the more your attention in here, the more you will remove the tension of many other souls. You will create a pool, like a hoover, like a vacuum, a hoover that will pull them. They will come pulled from that dimension of sorrow and suffering and forgetfulness and ignorance and tension. They will start to be pulled towards the light. They will be pulled towards peace and love and happiness, because you have created such a power. And that is called the power of silence. Power of silence does not mean that you don't speak. That can be one aspect, quietness. But power of silence means your senses are quiet. Your mind feels that all desires have been fulfilled. Your intellect is paying attention only to the Supreme Soul and to the qualities of the soul. A mind without waste, a mind with zero negativity. That is a power that you create here with attention. This power of silence, this power of soul consciousness will pull many souls from their sorrow and suffering. They will feel that someone is removing their tension. They will look at you as if you are an angel. They don't know your name, but their blessings, their gratitude will reach you. And most important, they will be inspired to become an angel. They will be inspired to let go of the old way of living and take this ascending route. Come there into the light. Don't stay down there in the sorrow and ignorance and confusion. So the practice for today is attention to your spiritual reality, attention to your nature, which is one of a giver, to be a support for many others at the time of need. You have to be free. So today, practice again and again. Let's say at least 5 times today. Practice liberating yourself from that tension by coming here in attention. Attention to the soul and the Supreme Soul. And do that again and again and again throughout the day. Have a wonderful day. We'll meet again tomorrow.